Hi, it's George and Mike with Alliance, and we're here today to talk about our Xtreme Edge. This is the best concrete edge restraint in the business. Mike, it's backed by all the leading paver companies in North America. Tell us why.
Well, the Alliance Xtreme Edge is a high-strength, fast-setting, polymer-modified, 3D microfiber mesh reinforced edge restraint for your hardscape projects.
Wow, that's a mouthful. We got to slow it down, Mike. Let's just start with the high strength and fast setting piece.
Well, we use two different types of cement, type 1 and type 3, to make that fast setting and extremely strong because there's a lot of cement in there, George.
Yeah, well, I bet that gives it a lot of strength, but it also has the polymer modified piece to it. Walk us through that.
Well, polymers can improve the performance of concretes, alter the properties a little bit, so we get a little bit of flexibility. We also are able to mix with less water, so that decreases our water-cement ratio, giving us a stronger mix. It only takes a half gallon of water to 1 bag of Xtreme Edge.
And it's important to stick with that right mixture, otherwise you weaken the product. So the other thing that we want to touch on, Mike, is that 3D microfiber mesh you talked about.
Right, so that 3D microfiber mesh is a very advanced fiber reinforcement, right? We reinforce concrete with rebar in many cases to keep it from cracking. Well, this serves the same purpose. That 3D microfiber mesh actually expands as you mix into a spider web or a lattice work of reinforcement that's going to help to prevent and minimize cracking in that edge restraint.
Awesome. And Mike, you have some of that mix here in front of you. Walk us through what we see there.
All right. Well, the first thing that you'll probably see are the pieces of aggregate, and those are important too. That is a high-strength angular granite aggregate, so that's going to, give us great workability and help add to that super high strength that we get. You'll also see all of the fibers in here, so tons of fiber, and the cement material, right? That type 1 and 3 cement to give us high strength and fast setting characteristics there.
Yeah, and that's a lot of the technical aspects, but I think the best thing is just watching this. We put that to the test at our lab up in Montreal, and this stuff tested out under a compressive strength machine at just under 13,000 PSI. What does that look like compared to concrete?
Well, regular concrete, whether it's a bag you get or ready mix, might be 3,000 PSI, so this is about 4 times as strong.
4 times as strong. So that strength and that workability that you're talking about gives us a lot of advantages. What types of application would you use this in?
Well, there's extreme versatility with this Xtreme Edge. You can use it on a traditional job site, your crushed stone and sand setting bed. You can use it on a permeable job, Gator base, but where it really shines is that hybrid base application that's becoming very popular.
Yeah, and we have a little bit of that in front of us here. Mike, what are we looking at?
Well, the hybrid base uses a clean stone, right? That 3/4 clean stone here as your base material, and then a number 8 or number 9 chip stone as your setting bed. Fantastic drainage properties, less compaction during the installation, but a plastic edge restraint with spikes doesn't hold in that application.
Right, so that's where Xtreme Edge really shines in those hybrid or open graded base applications. Anything you got to watch out for during those installations?
Well, like any edge restraint installation, you always want to remove the bedding layer and make sure your plastic edge, or your Xtreme Edge in this case, is sitting directly on that foundation material, your base material. So we want to make sure of that. And we want to make sure that, we're not coming up too high on the paver. Guys that use regular concrete, well, you got to put a lot there to make sure it holds. But Xtreme Edge is so strong, we only have to come up about 1 inch on the edge of that paver.
And speaking of the height of it, what about the linear coverage that you get with Xtreme Edge?
Well, 1 bag is 50 pounds, and you get about 15 linear feet. So that's approximately 2 sticks of edge.
Yeah, it's an incredible product, the Xtreme Edge by Alliance. Find it at your dealer closest to you.